My main takeaways from engaging module is the fact that I had a very clear understanding of the importance of the training that I'm preparing is really very much about engaging, is the main way of delivering that information and facilitating the learning. And it was very, very helpful to see many ways of and reflecting on engaging styles.
Engaging, my takeaway is, it reminds me really, and it really sort of brings home that I need to be constantly mindful of the things that I don't like when I'm delivering training, so I avoid. So not to avoid the things that I find disinteresting or not important, but just to make sure we've got a rounded amount of activities and things that touch everyone's learning styles. And I particularly have been mindful and thoughtful this week of Gardner's multiple intelligences, and I think it's really important that now people are quite remote from their teams at work, and maybe some people work like that, some people don't work like that, and it's just being mindful of everyone really, and it's just engaging and just do it on different levels. I am rubbish at role play and things like that, but I'll be more mindful now.
I think very similar to Claire, we had a discussion before. For me, I've often looked at my training packages, and because I've got activities and things in that get me all excited about training, I think, wow, what a great training session, everybody be really engaged. When in actual fact, there's probably people in the room who are totally freaked out with some of my lovely engaging bits. And it's re-looking at everything that I've done, all the training that I've done, and making sure there is diversity in learning styles, and things that I consider to be engaging aren't necessarily engaging for other people. And even down to your accelerated learning, I thought everybody liked fidget toys and sweets and whatnot. But now I'm very mindful of the way that some people are irritated by somebody next to them eating a sweet and wrestling with the paper, and to just be a little bit more aware of the fact that I could be very, very different in my learning styles to other people.
Okay, engaging. So my takeaway from engaging, I think the training sessions that I've run so far have been engaging. They've had loads of different activities and tried to mix it up for everybody's different learning styles. But one thing that really came through from this module was that I know what I enjoy and what tasks I like to do, and to not avoid the ones that I don't find as interesting or as comfortable, because it will suit other people just as much as ones that I really enjoy might not suit those. So if anything, to mix it up even more than I already do, just so that it suits everybody's learning styles.
My learning around engaging was very much connected to the like others really, I guess, the learning styles and the and accelerated learning. I found I was more I've enjoyed that, thinking about that more than I thought I would at the very beginning of the T4I. Really, I was thinking, oh, that's going to be one of the bits that I might find hardest to think how I might engage people. I've really found it really interesting, just kind of like thinking about those different ways and learning more about the the accelerated learning, and that the accelerated learning actually isn't just about having those I don't know, the fidget toys and the things and everything. And I was really struck by something Adriana said last week about the octopus, and that just kind of feels and survives, uses all of its senses to survive absolutely everything that's all over its body. And it made me kind of think a bit about, actually, if I'm aware of all of those different things that within me, all of my senses that make me me, and every time I go, I mean, I've yet to deliver this training, but if I go in with all of those senses as as an awareness and heightened as as much as possible, actually, how effective might that make me as a facilitator in terms of being able to you know, being sensitive to where people are at, being able to pick up on things, and you know, along with the various activities and the different things that I've learned about how to engage people. Just that I think the awareness of our own senses and everything as facilitators is a really, really important part of that. It's not just about what we do by way of the different activities and things that we have. So I think that yeah, that's one of the things that I've been thinking about to do with engaging anyway.
Main takeaway on this module was that it is a real privilege to have people sat in front of me, especially in these days when people are so busy to do training. And with that, with the recognition that what I'm trying to portray over to people is so important and so imperative, that I need to make sure that everybody in that room has a full understanding. And the way to do that is to make sure that we are adhering to everybody's learning styles in a way which they are going to take away stuff. And it's not only going to take away and remember it that day, they're going to remember it to carry on in the future. So it's been a challenge to think it's how I can do it, but I think I've done it, and I'm really looking forward to showing off my new kind of ideas to everybody. So again, it's been a real valuable experience.